and welcome to my first live. Yay! Crazy. Well, my first live on YouTube. I'm super excited, and it's so fitting because this live is called This Is Only the Beginning. So, this live is for you, or this message, Ashe, for those of you who will catch it later, right? This message is for you if you've been going through some activation. This message is for you if you've been going through some transitions. This message is for you if you've been going through ascension, right? This message is for you if you've been having major revelations, major aha moments, right? Graduation, Spirit says. And most importantly, you've been letting go. Ashe, right? And those are your cards, right, for this reading. Flight, right? With the the kid letting go of birds, right? And these birds taking flight. And reach, right? You don't have to work on the lighting. But let me see. Let me turn on the light. Let me see if that'll be better. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay. Okay. So, right, and when I pulled these two cards, flight, hello, and reach, I was like, okay, that makes complete sense, right? When they're saying that your major thing, co-creator, right now, and why this is only the beginning, because you're letting go. And then Pete Game, I put the two cards together, right? And they fit perfectly, right? So Spirit says to me, it's all coming together for you. This is only the beginning. Okay? And you might be a bit older, or not, or you might really be into Usher because the songs started coming through and baby, they were Usher. Okay? Because Usher say in one of his songs, this is only the beginning, right? And then they gave me the song Superstar by Usher too, right? And it starts off, this is for you, you, my number one. This is for you, my number one, right? And it's spotlight, big stage, 50,000 fans screaming in a rage. I'll be your groupie, baby, 'cause you are my shining star. I'll be your number one fan. Give me your autograph. Signed it right here on my heart. Right? And Spirit was like, this is a love letter to you, co-creators, to this new beginning. This is for you, my number one. Right? And they broke it down for me. So spotlight, big stage, 50,000 fans screaming in a rage. You're so loved and admired. If you don't know, Spirit say, now you know. You are so loved and admired by the people that you are coming in contact with right now, and by people in general. Ashe, you are so loved, co-creator. And so Spirit says, I'll be your groupie, baby. Right? And they say this is coming directly from your spiritual team. I'll be your groupie, baby. Right? Your team goes hard for you. And again, this is only the beginning. Because they say you're starting to be more aware of them. You're starting to connect with them more, right? And it's starting to be this groupie like relationship, okay? I'm your number one fan. Give me your autograph, right? And so Spirit says this is speaking on the contracts that you made prior to coming to this lifetime. This is speaking of your purpose, your path, and how you signed up for this life co-creator. And now that you are starting to know that, this is only the beginning, right? Because when we think, or most people would think that if I'm saying my life is predestined, then that means that I have no control. And it's the exact opposite. Baby, if your life is predestined and you're the one making this destiny or co-creating this destiny, hello, this is only the beginning. Because now, what are you going to start to co-create? Ashe. And then sign it right here on my heart. The feeling that I got when I received this channel message was this strong connection to spirit. And it was so overwhelming that it brought tears to my eyes, this unconditional love energy that spirit has for you, right? On some groupie type stuff. Like spirit say, no, it's real. Like I love them like that. Like it's real, right? And you're starting to become aware of that you are never alone, that there is this overflowing, this fire of spirit that is coming from you to you. Ashe. So and they said again about this, you being loved and admired, it's because you're understanding grace. You're understanding grace. Spirit says you have gone beyond the star card, right? The hope card. You're in now the superstar card, where you understand that you naturally shine. You don't have to hope for it. You don't have to dream for it. You don't have to do anything for it. All you have to do is shine in your authentic self. And when you do that, you are mirroring, you are standing in, you are affectionately being held within grace. That is grace. Right? We think of being stars as being famous people, as being, there's a deck that talks about this. And I was like, that's true to facts. Shawty say true, that's true to facts. Right? We think of stars being these figures, when truly for you to shine bright, for you to be a star, you have to understand that comes from grace. That comes from your inner light. That comes from the inheritance that you were given, that you have always had, to shine, to have abundance, to be recognized, to transition, to activate, to ascend, to have those major aha moments, to graduate, to let go of what was and what is, and just be. And when you are that, grace. Grace. Ashe? So they also said it's this awareness, right, that's bringing out of all these things, right, of you being admired and loved, of your spiritual team going hard for you, of you being aware of the contracts of before, right, and of you having this strong connection to spirit, to self, to self-worth, self-love, that's bringing about this remembrance of your power, right? So this is only the beginning, because now comes these new paths. Now comes faith. Now comes love. Now comes fearlessness, right? Now comes all this new, right? That's opening up for you. This is only the beginning for a lot of you. Today, 314 through 8:8 is going to be a monumental time in your life, right? Because you're going through these transitions, because a lot of you are going through heart activations, heart healings, unlocking your heart, and then thereby unlocking your gifts, your psychic abilities, your awareness again, right? And for these two cards, when I pulled them and I said, okay, so what are the companion cards that I can kind of pull for this energy for this live? And Spirit said for me, it was relax and have fun, surrender, let go. Because like I said, this is my first live. It's a little bit easier because it's kind of like my readings that I do now. Okay, if you are watching this at the playback, Ashe, because there's no one in the room, right? So it's kind of like me just recording the videos, except for, you know, there's no cool stickers or animation, Ashe. Um, but they told me to relax and have fun because I was nervous, Ashe, because like I said, this is my first live on YouTube, and every platform is a bit different, you know. Also go to my link and follow me on TikTok, because TikTok, I used to do lives about a year ago, and I started to do those too for the first time today, and those are more individual reads. I do really quick individual reads on the live for TikTok. So if that's what you're looking for too, and not just the collective energy, the collective oracle message, make sure that you follow your girl on TikTok while you're liking and subscribing, I say, to YouTube. But they told me to relax and have fun. And for you, co-creators, they're telling you to surrender. Surrender again, right? He's letting it all go. And they're giving it to me that because he surrendered, because he let that one bird go, other birds were able to also be freed. So I'm hearing that too, that your success is going to be the example for others. And that's why you surrendering, that's why you um letting go. And I hear trusting the wisdom, right? The trees are all about wisdom. Trusting the wisdom that you've already acquired is going to help free a lot of other people, and it's going to help free up. I'm hearing a lot of energy within you, co-creator. It's going to help free up that new abundant timeline that is waiting for you. So we also got the transition is the transition, right? But this life is meant to be lived, easy living, movement, right? So the transition is the transition. It's going to be that. There are going to be times that you're transitioning into new energy, and that at times can be uncomfortable, right? At 1313, talking about 448. Come on now, speak to me, right? The transitions are the transitions, but life is meant to be lived, right? We don't shy away. Again, there's this fearlessness that's opening up for you. So Spirit says, don't shy away when the transition gets to transitioning. Ashe, because life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be easy. But if we keep thinking that life is meant to be hard, then that's what life is going to be. That's a part of the message that I'm going to post later today. Then it will be. And for a lot of you, Spirit says when you feel that transition and it feels like it might be too much for you, right? Where, come on now, we're pulling the cards now. Where you in that accident type of energy, right? I may have made a mistake. I may, have moved too quickly and not taken care of myself or situations, right? Especially in these new beginnings. Spirit says for a lot of you, movement is going to be really good for you to release that energy, to let go of that energy so that you're not continuing to pull it in during these new beginnings, right? Because when we make mistakes, when quote unquote, right, we need to understand that there are no such things as mistakes, right? The beginning message that things are happening the way that they are supposed to happen, right? So Spirit is saying for a lot of you, movement is going to be really monumental in you letting go of this kind of stuck transitional energy that you may find yourself in from time to time, so that you can let that go and then bring in that good energy again, right? So for a lot of you, right, and that's also the March message, right? Moving forward after rebirth change, hello hermit mode, hello spirit, right? So dance is going to be really good for a lot of you to release this energy when you feel kind of stuck, for lack of a better word, in this transitional period. Movement in as far as you doing something outside, right? Just being outside in nature and releasing that way. Working out in some type of shape, form, or capacity. Me, myself, I tend to meditate. I get the most downloads during working out. I used to hate working out on the treadmill. It is now my bestie, okay? Because spirit, okay, it's open door, open season, Ashe, right? And again, this is only the beginning. So some of you will find that when you're actually in movement, in dance, I'm also seeing movement with a pen, right? When you're doing something to help channel this energy, it's going to help you to get over these little, for lack of a better word, humps and slumps and transition feeling of stuck, right? Because Spirit says you've overcome so much, co-creator, right? And this is why they're giving you these new beginnings. This is why they're singing your praise. They also gave me the energy of a love letter, that this is your love letter, that this is only the beginning. This is for you, my number one, right? Because they said that you're starting to walk into your wholeness, or you're actively walking in your wholeness, right? And they broke that down for me by element, okay? And so they gave me air, right? Of coming out of that energy of trying to make things work, right? Well, and again, in your mind, right? Coming out of fire energy of being extremely over ambitious, right? Again, trying to make things work. A super OCD like driven Ashe, right? I can relate. I'm an air sign Gemini. It gets real. So I totally understand that, right? Earth, again, the material. So there's a material component with this, right? For you, this new beginning is also going to help stabilize you financially, right? But because this is something that you're moving into prior to this, right? There was some type of stuck energy when it comes to your finances. But Spirit says a lot of you have moved that. A lot of you have healed from that. And then again, this transition, this new beginning is bringing about that new energy, that new, come on now, Spirit, pathway for your abundance, right? Especially on this earthly plane. And then water, right? Spirit said coming out of this energy of not necessarily trusting. And for a lot of you, that was trusting yourself, trusting your own emotions, heavy on empath energy. Are these my emotions, or are these other people's emotions? Am I people pleasing, or is this really what I want? Right? And Spirit says this is only the beginning. This is the beginning of you starting to take that power back, right? Calling on that oneness, overcoming the true magician, overcoming air, fire, earth, water, and to the wholeness of you. Ashe. So that's your download at 19 minutes. And I'm thinking that this is kind of going to be the flow of the lives, right? So maybe we'll get into some type of download, some pre-message that Spirit has given me for you guys, and then we'll jump into the cards. So they're telling me to keep these And it's crazy because every platform, okay, talk about new beginnings, every platform is a little different. You got to set up a little different. If you're not real tech savvy, and your girl, she finds a way. I shag, like I said, with that air, you got to find a way. You ain't gonna be out here as a as an air sign, not knowing or having 1,000 options, right, on how to move forward. But so you letting go is helping you to take flight, right? Going to the cards. You letting go is helping you to take flight, and it's also helping others to take flight, right? And Spirit says this is all a part of the divine plan. Your life is starting to come together. And through your oneness, you're going to help bring other people into oneness. Now, whether that's you're a reader or some type of spiritualist or an artist or a creative, is what they're saying, right? There's something that you do creatively that's going to help bring freedom to other people. And Spirit says it's because you've reached into yourself and found inner wisdom. You found clarity, right? You've ascended, you've transitioned, you've graduated, you've culminated so much wisdom that now it's time to start to implement that. Now Spirit is rewarding you for that, right? And so they're saying that you understand that there are no accidents, right? But there's still again that last bit of energy that you're starting to work out. And again, for a lot of you, this is movement is going to be really monumental. They are stressing this and stressing this and stressing this with you letting go and taking care of yourself. It's kind of a hack, right? Because when you're movement, hello, you're helping the mind, the body, the soul, right? So it's like you're caring for yourself. There's self-care in movement, and there's also just you feeling good. And and I'm feeling like and embracing ego, right? Because ego says that there are accidents. Ego says we make mistakes, right? Society says there's mistakes. Society says, right? But we know that there are no mistakes. That as long as we're taking care of ourselves, as long as we are letting go, as long as we are taking flight, as long as we are living and learning, Ashe, there are no accidents in this life. There are no coincidences. There are only synchronicities. There is only what you want. So I'm hearing for a lot of you, Spirit is also asking you, what, with justice coming out, what do you want, co-creator? Now that you are in this energy of new beginnings, now that you have been, right, this because readings are confirmation, right? Readings are a conversation, Ashe, right? So now that you know that this is the energy that you're in, that this new beginning is going to be beautiful, that this new beginning is what you make it. Spirit says, how do you want me to balance this out for you? How do you want to move forward? Heavy on the Libra energy. Number 11, Master Co-Creator. Ashe. They are asking you, how do you want to move forward? If this, come on now, if this is only the beginning, do you want to stay in the energy of conflict? Right? Because again, we're saying that you're in the energy of, right? And in that there is always choice. Or do you want to be, come on now, Spirit showing out, in the energy of, right, the conflict, the old energy? Or do you want to be in this new beginning energy? This energy where you imagine, right, what you want. This energy where what you desire is here. The energy where, come on, baby, number 32, where there's nothing but luck. I hear my favorite affirmation, gratitude and appreciation is all that I see. Gratitude and appreciation is all that I see. Is that where you want to be? Or do you want to continue, right, to shun these new beginnings, to stay in the 3D mindset I'm hearing of accidents, of mistakes, of forgetting to care about self, of putting others' desires, right, and ambitions in front of our own, right? Because I got the message a long time ago that Spirit says we learned how to be selfless before we learned how to be selfless. I mean selfish. We learned how to be selfless before we learned how to be selfish. Selfless. Less of self. Selfish. Belonging to self. Self-like. Right? And in that, we stressed about our gains. Right? Because we're always worried about the next person. When that's trap mindset. When that's a trap sort of mindset, because that means that you are forever giving without understanding that you are also supposed to be receiving. People pleasing, right? Again, major empath energy. The empath, come on, controversy, right? Come on now, don't withdraw from me when I say it. Don't withdraw from me when I say it, right? On my journey of taking responsibility, being the empath that I am, now this might not be your journey, but we learn that we get into narcissistic relationships. We get into people pleasing relationships because it's the mirror that we need as empaths. It's the mirror that we need as empaths. Some of us need to realize that we give entirely too much. And because we do this, we block those new beginnings from ourselves. That's the gag. And that's why Spirit says, how do you want me to balance this thing out? Because your bank is stacked, co-creator. You have given so much that there is an overflow waiting for you. But you have to choose you. You have to choose this new beginning. Your spiritual team goes hard for you on some straight groupie status. Right? They can't wait to collaborate with you. Number 45, they can't wait to bring forth your fulfillment. They can't wait for your cup to overflow. They are committed to this. What I say, your savings, your bank account, baby, is overflowing. And I heard it's time to get your money. I hear it's time to get your paper. During this new beginning, your team is vowing to have your back. Your team is vowing that this is going to be the beginning of triumph for you. Because you're starting to tap into this wealth. I hear no longer conflicted about whether or not this is what you're deserving of. For some of you, this is marriage. I mean, it just is what it is, right? It's marriage. It's a relationship. And Spirit says they are there's a whole trail here. And it starts with conflict. It goes to triumph, vow, marriage, justice. Your old relationships, again, that narcissistic, empathic type of codependency. You've graduated from that. You've banked so much freaking love because of these unbalanced relationships that now Spirit says you are in the energy of pulling from that, of triumphing, of having small triumphs that lead to these big triumphs. And for some of you, this is a vow of love, of relationship, right? Justice. Come on now. For others, I'm hearing this is a contract that's going to bring you a triumph. So maybe this is in business, right? This new beginning. So this could be marriage. This could be a new partner, business or otherwise, right? Look at the last card. Eternal love. Eternal love. Yeah, because for some of you, you were lonely. Coming out of that energy again of becoming whole, right? Loneliness was something, and again, to me, it feels like you weren't lonely, but your mind, your ego, right? The signs were there. Spirits that talk about synchronicities, the signs in society was there, right? There were boxes that you hadn't checked off yet in your mind. And because of that, right, there is this loneliness type of energy. This, but not lonely, because Spirit said it's deeper than that. It was you finding your wholeness to bring you to this new beginning, for you to be able to unlock this savings account, okay? That leads you to eternal love. So, let me tell you, like I said, I'm a Gemini. And your girl can talk forever. Okay, give me some water, and we're gonna be here, Ashe. But since this is a collective pool, and it's looking like it's going to be a collective repost, I'll pull one oracle, and then we'll end the reading. So I'll pull more than one. We got legacy. Okay, because every time I say that, Spirit come back like, oh, you think you know? Hello, relax and surrender, okay? So legacy, come on now. Trust, inspire, fulfill. Right? What I just say. Spirit said surrender. So we'll go through these oracles and then we'll close it out. So again, this new beginning is going to set you up for legacy. This new beginning is going to be, Spirit says, if it doesn't inspire you, hello, this ain't the new beginning. Ashe, if it does not inspire you, this is not the new beginning. If you do not feel fulfilled, look at her. If you do not feel awed and inspired, that ain't it. That's not what's going to be your triumph, right? That's not a part of the triumph. That's not a part of the savings passcode to get in, right? But whatever this is, this new beginning, right? It's going to be a part of your legacy. Come on now. Fresh start. Honesty, gentleness, hope. What I say, going beyond that star card in the beginning, right? We are going, and this came out in the reverse, right? We're going beyond hope. You are beyond hope. You are now in grace. And this is only the beginning. Spirit says honestly. Your team says honestly. Triumph. I promise you, okay? It's coming. Right? Real commitment. Real family. Real love. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free. Real love. I'm searching for a... I told you for one of y'all out there, this is about a real love. Ashe. This is the real love of spirit for the majority of you guys, right? The real love of spirit. Right? Come on now. Here you go with that next justice card. Divine justice. So Spirit said in in the spirit of co-creating, in the spirit of your mastery, how do you want me to balance this thing out? Because baby, we're dealing with a master plan here. Divine justice, burdens, impartiality, karma. Karma. Why am I hearing like liquid magma? Okay, Spirit say it's coming in hot. Okay, it's coming in hot. Again, because you surrendered. Because you surrender, with your last card being patient. Resist, realize. Come on now, what I say before, commitment. A real commitment. A real love. Right? A real love. Legacy type stuff. No longer loneliness. No longer afraid of those fresh starts, right? No longer the star, baby. You are the superstar. Spirit saying this is your love letter. You are grace. Ashe. So my lives, I like to end with, even though I had a few people drop in and out, but we mainly did this thing, okay, in the ethers. Ashe, right? We mainly did this thing through the ethers. So it'll be a repost on a live, but like I always say on my lives or my readings, check the link in the bio for your personal reads that are along these same lines, right? You can also ask your own questions on my reads that I only do through my Etsy store. Or you can head over to TikTok and follow your girl and catch me on live there. Well, I'll do those mini reads for you. But namaste. My light sees your light. And Ashe, all is connected, co-creator, all is you. And thank you so much for allowing me to walk in my purpose. Thank you so much for listening in your moment of now. Ashe, Master, Co-Creator.